Boy. Boy. Let's see. J-Cut got in here first, saying hi. We got Captain Nova coming in, and Omega Platinum. Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope everyone is doing A-okay. Hi, welcome. I know I'm a little bit early, but fuck it. Oh, goodness, this... Yeah, PC gets a little bit warm, and it's just shooting out hot air because I'm in Australia. You say... Alright. As always, whenever someone asks me to guess something, my first guess is always going to be... You're pregnant. That is the first guess that's going to pop up in my head every fucking time. I don't care who you are. You most likely are pregnant, if you're asking me to guess. If you're not, well, you're gonna have to tell me what it is, because I'm out of ideas.
Sauron's reach spreads far in Mordor. You must purify the towers.
No, you have a job interview. Hey, nice! Congrats on getting the job interview. I hope it goes well for you. I can understand, like, job seeking being, like, a real fucking... Oh, great. Now I need to, like, remember the controls. Job seeking is a very... Like, quite frankly, it is stressful and it doesn't need to be that way. I mean, for fuck's sake, like... You need someone to do a job, and you will pay me for doing the job. What is... Why do I need to do the extra nonsense, please? Just let me do the job. Alright, why is there a little marker here? There's a... Did you just fall the Yeah, you just fell the fuck over. Good bimbo rating there, Omega. But yeah, I remember... God, I have been in this... The job that I'm currently in, I got back in... I want to say... It's not been 10 years. It's like 2017 or 2018. 2017. April 2017 is when I got my job that I'm in right now. And I remember just like 2 or 3 months just having an absolutely terrible time trying to get a job and what have you. So I was really thankful for getting... It's desktop support, sure. And I have like an IT degree, but I'm really thankful for having this fucking job. It means I get to pay my rent. It's not the job I worry about, it's the interview. Well, yeah, because everyone has like really high expectations of a person in an interview, and it's like... You know, once you get past the 2 weeks or 6 months that you have to be in the job, all before they can you, it's like, you're welcome to make mistakes.
Sacrifices must be made.
I will not sacrifice our past to fear.
Oh there. Who are you?
Baranor, this is the ranger I was telling you about.
Yep, that's me.
You've spilled much blood for Minisithu. We don't even know your name.
Talion.
Gondor thanks you, Talion. But we need all warriors at the gate.
Well, the Uruks seek the Palantir, and they will not stop until it is theirs. Where is it?
My father has hidden it.
There's nothing safe, hidden or otherwise. The Uruks will tear this city apart to find it.
These are desperate times. But we will not surrender, and we will not fall. We cannot.
You're gonna have a very terrible time because they've already breached your defenses in a siege, and you definitely do not have the resources to extend that siege. Luckily, I have a friend that works where I'm applying, so maybe workplace shenanigans if I get a job. That'll be fun. What's more, also, top tip, make friends at work. I understand you already have a friend there, but in case they're shit at their job or something like that, or they're not in the same team or department as you, make friends. I know it's very high school drama-y to, like, you know, do that, but highly recommended.
I will not let this city fall! Then we must obtain the Palantir. It is the only way.
bit of a moment. You play Minecraft because on Bedrock there's a Minecraft movie event going on. They'll give you items from the movie in the skin pack for free. Cool. Not gonna be playing Minecraft, Wild Saber, mind you. Where the fuck is the... Oh, never mind.
That was only the beginning. There'll be more.
Weird angle going off
To
there.
find out what we're dealing with. This
You have to be a people person. Yeah, that's not the fun thing. Once you get out of high school or university, unfortunately, you're always gonna have to be the people person. There's like, you're gonna ask like, oh, when do I stop being a people person out in public? You do not. The fact of the matter is that there is always, like, if you're out in public, you're gonna be a people person. Even if you're like sort of supposed to be behind the scenes, you're gonna need to learn to be a people person when communicating with people in your office and what have you. Oh, the fuck is that?
The city can't take much more. I'll handle the siege beasts.
Awesome.
Serenor and I can manage here.
Since you're applying for a cashier job. Ah.
Commandeer one of the siege beasts.
Well, this should prove interesting.
Actually, am I getting any fucking damage done to them? Oh wait, hang on. Highlighted weak points. Dink. And then dunk. There we go.
Let's see what this thing can do.
Ooh. Let's see. Will it let me do it there? Yes, it will. Will it let me do it here?
Orb is hitting us! Run up, you maggots! Another siege beast is in range. Destroy it. You're shooting the wrong way!
Ding.
We're done here. We can't leave this siege beast for the enemy.
Pity we can't take it with us. It's a formidable weapon.
Yep. Awesome.
We must move quickly.
This should help.
Shadow Strider. Press A while leaping to double jump, allowing you to... Yep, cool. Ding, and then... Alright, we need this, so then that way we can figure out... So, we got an unknown captain. Rug the Tiny. Cool, awesome. It's a home improvement store, so it shouldn't be too bad. Hey, nice! I remember I had a friend, or a, ex-housemate. She, at the time, and they were he, but she, worked at a home improvement store as well. She's fairly good with, like, you know, the craft and what have you.
Evil falls.
Then it will only be a matter of time till they find the Palantir.
I was thinking of Gondor.
I see the Ranger! Soon this city will belong to the Dark
I
Lord!
know what to do here.
There we go. Ooh, nice. Alright, hopefully I got that.
More attackers. These hordes are endless.
Sauron's armies have grown massively. A conventional victory against him will not be possible. We must secure the Palantir.
Ding. Go, and then bam.
Why is this happening?
that dumb beast is shooting at us!
Call to dismount and kill beasts. Yeah, hopefully the home improvement will be good.
For now.
Another attack will surely follow. We should return to the upper city, check on Idril and the others.
I probably should have been... I should have tried to rush through this prologue back when I was previously playing this on stream, I think a week ago. But to be fair, I only just got done with Okami and I had like maybe an hour or two to get through this.
At least they don't have the Seeing Stone.
The gates are holding.
For now.
These relics were my life.
You didn't have a really good life if relics are all you have to it, but
We must salvage what we can and leave.
You have a valuable weapon. The Seeing Stone gives you sight over your enemy. Use it.
It is too dangerous. The Palantir's poison to men. None can withstand its influence.
I think that, wait, I thought the bigger issue with like the Palantir was the fact that like the cookie for Jason. Here's your cookie, Jason.
I will fail as they have failed.
Like, I thought the issue with like Palantirs and Seeing Stones is that technically speaking, like if you're using the Seeing Stone, anyone else with a Seeing Stone can see you too. Like, that was like one of the problems, is that you utilizing a Palantir was like a bit of a dangerous game, because it was like, yeah, sure, you can see into your enemies who aren't aware that you're observing them, but another user of a Palantir can see if you are observing or something crazy like that. I thought that was like, that was what it looked like in the films, the Lord of the Ring films. Yay, leveled up and get a skill point. That will actually be useful. Alrighty. Nope, that's not what we wanted.
You put a lot of trust in her.
Give her time.
Quests, legends, hold for the army, skills. Here we go. Now, one of the things that I had... So, that's for the brutalize, and then we've got... Okay, yeah, that's story-based nonsense. Ice Storm is not available. Brutalize is that thing. What's this one? Brace of Daggers.
Hello!
Okay, so we can't do that one. That one's a Birds of Prey thing. Hi, I'm doing good, Jason. I'm doing good. Alright, so I've already done the Elven Agility. That's the Detonate. I can't do Freeze Pin, Birds of Prey, Mighty Shot. Shadow Strike looks like it will take a bit of... Like, it'll take like 4 levels to get to it. So, I'm gonna do the Brutalize. Because I'm pretty sure I had a, you know, a side quest that required me to have Brutalize of all things. Alright, so we got that fella there. Yeah, this one here is like, recall his exploits by defeating 30 enemies. So, we're gonna have him run over there. And probably head to that fast travel point at some point. Yeah, that one requires us to have Shadow Strike. And then there's like Vendettas going off here. There's a lot of nonsense going all over the place. It doesn't tell us where the next main mission is, so...
Until then, we should return to Shelob. I need more answers.
Oh, okay, so... Is this when they introduce... Okay... New region is unlocked. Huh. Cool. Press X to shut, B to exit, return to... I don't want to go there yet. I want to do the other, like, mission thing, because I think... There we go.
We need to see Shelob. Her visions can help us.
We need the ring.
Dink. Donk. So yeah, because I want to get to like that what's-a-mahoozy point, so then that way we can that way we have like multiple fast travel points to utilize. Dink, and then dunk. There we go. All right. That way we're able to pick up like other pieces of intel here and there. Okay, so that was his brother. All right. Skoth. Terrified of Karagors, terrified of stealth. He's clumsy, he's vulnerable to stealth. Easy. Alright, we got him at the ready if we need him.
Come here, troll. He's trying to catch me.
Go. Hello, Sir Dragon. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing alright. Doing another side quest. Well, we're getting to another side quest. It's gonna take a minute.
Hey!
Oh, hello.
See this pretty scar? That was your doing!
Are you serious? You're still alive? I'm gonna be real with you. I barely remember you.
You're doomed! Don't let him set you on fire! Not before, not now! One step!
Oh, it was fireproof earlier. 93% himbo is a pretty good himbo rating, by the by, Sir Dragon. Alright. We killed him again. Hopefully he stays down. Oh, hello, a Rohirrian dagger. Ooh, it's actually a pretty good one. Yes, please. How dare you steal my shirt? I need it for protection! Alrighty. Ooh, hello.
Wait.
And brutalize him, so then that way everyone runs away. We pick up. Ooh. Did I somehow double grab something? There we go. Ooh, hello. Alright, let's see if we can get to you.
Track you down in no time.
Oh.
Some man!
Oh, look, there he is right there.
He's done. Think I'm simple?
There we go. Oh, this is gonna look fucking insane when it's over. And... Ow, fuck you. Oh, come on.
I got him.
Enraged by acrobatics, sure. Cool. Got him. I'm going to need to get out of this situation quickly. Or at least get some health real quick. There we go, that will get me some health. Alrighty. Pick up some arrows while I'm at it. Alrighty. Where the fuck was I going? Ah, yes. This fella here. That way I'm able to do the what's-mahoozies.
I rode a siege.
Submit!
Tell me everything you know about that particular guy there. Can be killed instantly using poison. He's afraid of poison and can be damaged by fire. Nice. Alright. We get this tower.
Sir Dragonx88 paid me to say I'm never gonna dance again. Guilty feet have got no rhythm, though it's easy to pretend. I know you're not a fool. I should have known better than to cheat a friend and waste the chance that I'd been given, so I'm never gonna dance again the way I danced with you. Oh.
Ooh. I have no idea if those are lyrics as to something. Let's see. Oop. So that's Gondorian artifact there. Ding. Gondorian artifact there. Gondorian artifact there. Gondorian artifact there. Shelob memory there. Alright, a lot of things to see. Collected in the region, 1 of 11, and then Agar is over there. Ah, yeah, by brutalizing a captain. Yep, okay. Oh, that was cool. There we go. Alright. So, you can find artifacts, scatter, find them all to unlock the Prospector skill upgrade. The what upgrade?
When Aenar didn't return from his confrontation with the Witch King, word of his fall spread like wildfire across Gondor. The Witch King's forces were regrouping, rapidly seizing lands once under Aenar's rule. Some regions fell so.
Yep, cool.
You are not tempted to read the letters?
No need. I know the heart of my people, so I know what they say.
Alright, so now let's head to the Gondorian. Oh, we can unlock another skill? Oh, hey, we can unlock another skill. Okay. Alright, let's start making our way through the range, because we need to get to that thing there. So, we'll grab you. So we need 1, 2, 3... Alright, so we need like 4 skill points in order to get to where we need to go, which will hopefully... Oh my god, why is it so difficult getting out of that menu?
Never stop short. Keep your weapon sharp, and it'll do the hardest work for you.
Ding, dong, bam. Climb up here. Interesting that we didn't have the thingy majiggy. Alright. When he invaded Mordor, Celebrimbor knew the best way to keep orcs in line was to make examples of the proud. Remember this technique by brutalizing a captain. Will do.
Glory, Aglar. In those days, our triumphs on the battlefield were many. Mordor was ours to claim.
There we go. There we are. Got him out of the way. Limp leg. Honestly, pretty good. That was actually fairly quick. If I just need to do this to get some of the skill points, this will be very helpful. Alright, so now we go for the pinning. And then we just need 3 more to get the Birds of Prey, which is slow down time and aim while in the air. Mighty Shot, press to fire an explosive bolt, press X to instantly kill them, press Y to stun them, consuming a bolt. Cool.
But they blinded me to the true danger.
Alrighty. Elgar, Ruth. Oh, okay, so if I wanted to do them again, I can do them from down there. Alright, let's get to that.
Plotting in the shadows.
What's in the Woozy door?
Now I shall wield the light and burn the shadows from Mordor.
Are you kidding me? I can't just...
You're in my sight!
Ow! There we go. That way I wasn't gonna be slowly dying. Then we'll get you concerned.
Do not resist!
And yeah, I am going to try and have it so I know every fucking captain here. That way there's no tricks. Plus, I don't like having, like, you know, silhouettes in my little map. I would like to know who's who. I think. Alright,
Ring guard.
Alrighty. Ooh, next one is over here. So yeah, actually, what we'll do is go to this one, then go to this one, then go to Shelob's Memory, then go to the Lost Artifact, then we go into Wraith. That's how we'll do this. Picking things up as we go along.
Hardly a building left.
Alright, give me information on... Alright, so we don't know what the drunk does. Let's have a look at this guy. Vulnerable to stealth. Dazed when rage wears off. Becomes dazed after killing another captain. Damaged by fire, beasts, and... Alright, cool. Oh, hello. Realized there was stuff here for me.
Chop him from behind! Not fire! I hate fire! Come on! All together!
Please don't follow me. Dorian artifact. There we go. Minas Ethos.
This pipe is purported to be the creation of hobbits, a sort of halfling that lives beyond our reckoning in the north. I wonder at the strange notion of full-grown adults who scarcely reach my waist in height. But after what I've seen in Mordor, a hobbit...
Now all I need is some pipeweed.
Which you won't find for leagues in any direction.
Shame. Pipeweed would have been good. Alrighty, let's head to the door.
Blood! Chop him!
There you go. Why don't I have the... I used to have the ability where it's like, if I stun someone, then I can start just, you know, rapidly clicking the whatsamahoozy to, you know, start doing flurry attacks. I don't know why it's not letting me. Shame. Ah, maybe it's an ability I'll acquire shortly. Alright, so Shelob's memory is down there, which means I obviously need to get into the arena and then make my way down. So... Yep, cool. No, you guys can deal with that. I am gonna go for Shelob's memory, and then, since we're down here...
They come to me seeking knowledge, but instead they find death. They ask of their fate, for themselves, for those they love.
Well, that was easy to acquire. An elf with a ring of power. Unfortunately, these memories... I'm gonna need to get quite a bit of these memories because they're, you know, mean nothing.
And what of the Palantir? We will take a great risk in using it.
Alright. Nigh unstoppable. Recall his exploits by defeating 30 enemies. Alright.
Wraith. We had ambition in abundance. I had the One Ring and Sauron did not. He would not dare stand against me. Yet he did.
Oh, now I need to start again. God damn it. And start again. No, Rosenroth, I need my shirt! Otherwise I'm gonna fail this mission, because I need to try and get a hit streak of 30. Who knows how I'm gonna be able to get to it now. Look how few enemies there are! 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20... Damn you. 6, 7. Damn it. Is there an option to restart this? Retry mission. Yep, we're gonna retry it again, because getting to 30 is gonna be very difficult with as few enemies as we did. And, like, the perfect block is gonna be, you know, what it is.
In abundance. I had
How's it going,
Sauron did not.
Rosenroth? You doing good?
Dare stand against me. Yet he did.
Ow. Cookie for Luna! How's it going, Luna? You doing good? 16, 17, 19, 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 30. There we go. So now we can do the...
Glug, glub, glug, glub, glug.
Alright, I'll go for a stretch after this. Oh, I should probably... There we go. And then... Come on. Damn it. Darn you. Thankfully, there's no time limit on this one. Come on. Go. 21. Luna's doing good. You're good. Rosenroth is doing good. You're just halfway through your work shift and you just thought you'd pop in and say hi. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Unfortunately, this is like a side quest that I'm actually like taking so much of my fucking brain right now, amazingly enough. Alright, there we go. Ding. Ow. Fuck you. There we go. That will make my life a little bit easier. Yeah! I love Elven Rage. I wish I could get it, like, going up higher. Yep, we reached a hit streak of 30. We did our 10 perfect deflects. We're good.
Ambition or arrogance that bade me face Sauron directly. Yet.
Big stretch. Big stretch for... Who asked for self-care? Rosenroth. Big stretch for Rosenroth. Yeah, big stretch. Alright, so... Yeah, so that increases our damage with the weapon. That will cost 1,000, that will cost 1,000, that will cost 1,000. Alright, let's see how we go with the... So if we slot an armor jet, increases damage with all attacks. Yep, we're gonna go with that one. Let's... And then unlock that. Increases health stolen by 8%. Sure. So yeah, so that increases chance of like thingamadiggies getting dropped. Yeah, and we don't have the thingamadiggies for that, so... Same amount of stealth, frankly. Cloak of Gondor. So, yep, we'll destroy that one. And then... So... That was Talion's armor. That's a Nimian, which we don't care oh, can we not? We can't destroy any of those. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, obviously we can't destroy that one. We can't destroy that one. And we can't destroy those. Okay, weird. And we've got a new skill point, which we're going to be putting into the Birds of Prey thingamadiggy. Now we just need 2 more skill points. So we've got... No, we won't play them again. So we've got those ones done. Shelob memory have been collected. These are the different things. Gondorian artifacts. Almost use Drake Fire to thingamadickies. Oh, okay. And then those are expansions, which we don't really care for. Alrighty. Looking at the map. Gondorian artifact over here. Alright.
Had the ring not betrayed me and slipped from my finger.
Alright. Here we go. Yum. Dink, dink.
Die, weakling!
Come on. Climb up quickly! Hold the left trigger to activate, slowing down and allowing mid-air shots. Noted. We won't be doing that right now, but we'll be close. Alright, so that's the third artifact.
In the Great Hall of Minas Ithil, we didn't just safeguard the treasures of our past. We kept our present there as well. An archive of all our official correspondence with the capital.
Uh-huh.
I used to file away missives from Minas Tirith after my...
Alright, cool, thanks. Not important.
The workings of government reduced to parchment.
Minas Ithil didn't need parchment. It needed reinforcements.
Go. Pick that thing up. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Alrighty, so Gondorian artifact there. So your reward for appearing in the area is an additional skill point. Oh, okay. Did I need to purify another one? Doesn't look like there's another one I can purify, so we'll fast travel to that one, jump to there. And yes, I know I said I probably should do like more whatsamahoozy like main story chase, but I'm sorry, there's things on the map for me to grab. I want it. Me wanting things.
On the wall! It's the can't have gone far! Find
Dink,
him!
donk, bam, boom.
I heard something over.
Hello there! Hi there, Drake Dragon! Welcome to the stream! What's this face?
I wonder if the elves have mundane objects as we do. For even their common containers and vessels seem uncommonly fine. This artifact was once part of a table setting given as a gift.
So artifacts don't really care for.
What sort of feasts do the elves have?
Stately affairs, not as royal.
Ah!
Dodonks 88
Thank
with
you
the
so
16
much!
month tier 1 sub.
Thank you so much for the sub! I greatly appreciate it! I grew a little bit bigger thanks to Macro March. So yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it, Sir Dragon. I hope you're doing alright. Alright. What's this? Trial by ordeal. Is undergoing a trial by ordeal. They're a soft target and heavily damaged by beasts. You're not gonna exactly have a good time. Can't wait to see how this guy handles it.
Watch on, you glubs! Nothing can defeat me!
Hey, Gob!
Oh, hello.
For the white tree!
Come on. There we go. And the Dark Archer's dead. Absolute ease. He obviously wasn't that strong, but you know how it is. He did not survive his ordeal. Well, that's ideal. No, don't advance time! Oh, god damn you. One, two... Oh, I'm going to need to... Alright, I need to grab my artifact that's over there. Oh.
Gondorian folktales abound with drakes, lesser versions of the great dragons.
Break plus.
Scale of a drake or a full-fledged dragon?
Certainly a drake.
Oh.
Garl.
Alright, so that guy is fireproof. Let's see. Is he... What's-a-mahoozy proof? Let's see. Brutalize. Ooh, okay.
Alright then.
Do you know how much grog I've had? I don't. But I do know that I'm gonna kill you. And then, oh wait, I'm gonna have some more grog. And then I'm gonna kill you!
Garl.
Alright, so fire, let's see, tanks withstand immense damage, can endure great penalties, second winds before death, a wave of things, a hail of bolt. No, that's not the right person to be hitting, you nimmy. Get you, and then... Yeah! Or are you gonna second wind me there? This seems to play so much like Assassin's Creed. Yeah, but it has the nemesis... Like, you can just create your own, like, enemies and what have you. Oh, I see. Death Defining. Never the fuck mind. Thing, come on. Get down and busy, please. Yeah! Awesome. But yeah, so sure, you chase after certain targets and what have you, but there isn't like a like, it's not an overarching narrative reason to go for like one target over another. It's personal narrative. Yep, give me that mighty shot, and then once we get another skill point, then we can go for the Shadow Strike, which allows us to do the whole jumping around thing. What in the world?
Who's at the top?
Oh, this gives us the tracks to the, to Rug the Tiny.
The Orc has a camp nearby.
Okay.
He will die there.
You won't escape!
Tired of big snakes. Roog.
Terrified of stealth. Awesome. Alrighty. So, ding donk. Nice.
On the ground, maggot!
Get away from me!
Yeah, I understand you're terrified of stealth. Too bad.
Leave me alone, filthy!
Hey, do not get away from me like that. First off, fuck you. Second off, fuck you.
Right in the leg! Help!
Oh, I see. We're not gonna be able to do that then. He was nearly dead. I should have been able to just, like, blast his fucking mind. Ow. Fuck you. Every single one of you. Alright, get you killed instantly. Think and stab you. And that's you. dead.
Man swine! You look surprised to
Are
see
you-
me again. Dead surprised.
Snafu.
Dazed by stealth, can be damaged by thingamadiggies. Arrow-proof, fire-proof, poison-proof, beast-proof.
Feeling.
Ow.
I'll kill you! We got you now!
Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with you right now. You are a menace. Fuck you in particular. Alright, ding. Alrighty. Alright. Another captain. Skok, the Guardian of Mordor. Okay. Looks extra heavy. And...
What was that? I got him!
Bump, bump, bump.
Look up! Look out! Talk is skulking about.
Ronk.
Alright, I need a...
You'll not sneak past me. Go on then.
Stealth drain.
That filthy talk! Die! Die! Horrible Reed!
Ow.
I fancy my brother! I seize all!
Oh, he's
You
arrow-proof.
think I don't see what you're up to? I see in ways you can't
Oh,
even
yeah, this
imagine.
is gonna be a little
My
bit
eye
tricky.
pierces earth and shadow, and my arrow shall pierce flesh and sinew.
Lorn.
So arrows, he's enraged by ghouls. Oh, he's got a lot of bonuses, and he normally has a gang with him. Also, is that a buddy? Not great. Train you. Train you. Oh, he's strong. He's a level 15. Okay.
Don't let him get away!
Okay. Okay. Vigilance against stealth. That's fine.
That get your attention! Oh, I see it coming! I see you!
Go.
Stay there!
Ah, damn it, he doesn't like it when I do that.
Blood! I see
Oh, okay.
I thought you'd run all the way to the Great Sea the way you scarpered off. I'm glad you're still here.
Oh, no.
I see what you're doing! Oh, I see it coming! Yeah, that's how it's done!
Oh, god damn you. Alright, cool. It was a timing thing.
For the Dark Lord!
Oh, god damn. There's a lot of them now. Yeah, that's gonna kill me. There was like 3 different captains around there, it looked like.
Each other so.
Ooh.
We could
Oh,
have had some
sorry, I just tugged on my,
beautiful.
what's Mahoozy? Sorry about that. Oh, there was a lot of them. Which advances the time. Yeah, he levels up because of that. He survives, giving him another level. He survives, giving himself another level as well. Alright. Nothing new there. New unknown captains. Okay. Yeah, let's deal with this guy. Because they're about to, like, run out on their little thingamadiggy.
The war will be long, Talion. We will build an army, we will have allies. But Shelob, she is not one of them.
Shelob wishes to destroy Sauron just as we do. We might not have the Palantir, but we do have her.
Okay, so it's down there.
Can't just know the wind. Not
What's
this
this?
time. Wonder what killed this guy.
The flag of our people. Long may it fly.
Concern yourself more with the towers it's flying from.
Ding. Dong. Bam. Boom. Alrighty. Ooh, hello. There's an artifact I can pick up while here as well. Alright, so it's down there. That way you're out of the way. And I can pick this up. I feel like they're they're thrown away in like so many different areas. Alright.
I wonder whether Rohan would honor this arrow if they saw it.
Difficult to say. Men have short memories, and shorter still in a crisis.
Alright, get
The orc is
vengeance.
nearby. Time to spoil his plans.
Yep. Yep, get you.
Golm.
Nope, not him.
Vlog.
There he is.
Armug.
Alright, let's have a little investigation.
You know what the strangest thing about
Vlog.
Vulnerable to stealth and can be damaged by a lot of things. Okay.
he is?
I'll never know if he's looking at me.
Get that fool! You see all of us? We're your aim. I've killed you once already.
Yes, you
Why
did.
would you come around again? Makes no sense.
So.
Die, Northman!
Go.
Fool me that way!
There we go. Please don't be death defying.
I did what they ordered. Laid siege to the city. Killed in
Fuck
burn
this
and
guy.
rampaged. Even fought the ranger. Look where it bloody got me.
Go. Alright, so not a... Go, get you out of the way.
Take this!
Gotcha! That's another one down.
My troops are ready.
Dorian armor. Let's get you out of the way. Oh, hello! Who the fuck are you?
Really think there's a chance of saving the city, don't you?
The guardian of...
Your
Oh.
eyes. Not hope. Delusion.
Stop moving! The target
Ranger! This is not an orc, you see. It's a living, walking fortress. And
You have an axe in your head, dude.
conquered.
Defenders block frontal aim with and vault over them. Cool. Some counters bring battle banners, destroy their... Well, we're gonna have a bit of a hard time.
I will give your corpse to my master!
Yeah, let's not stick around here.
Hit him again! Again! Gotcha!
Come on. Oh, no. Soft-headed. Pin you. Oh, no. This is not the time. We are going to get out of this little sticky situation. Ding, dong. Rare and epic include special challenges. Completing a challenge to unlock a bonus on the gear. Oh, that's right. Stealth kill 3 enemies. You might gain on stealth kills. Abso-fucking-lutely, we're gonna go for that one. Hopefully. Alrighty. Alrighty, let's see. Where can we go for some easy stealth kills? Alright. 1. Two.
Same as here, probably. More men, more cows. Did that man feel? You want some?
Oh, it's him
There's
again.
your name on it.
I don't know his weaknesses, which is going to be a problem.
Carved it there.
Come on. Hopefully, dink.
You get something wrong with your eyes? You want some?
Come on, let's get him. Ow! Fuck you!
You want some?
Oh, you...
Finish him!
Come on. Let's get... Yes! Dead. Done and dusted. Ooh, and we get ourselves...
I think this one fancied himself.
Alright. Kill a captain while he is dazed. Yep, sure. We'll give that one a try. Yep, that increases our damage. Same amount of bow. Ranger armor. So, Guardian. I like the look of that one, so we'll destroy this one. So, yeah. And... Again, why would you... It will let me destroy some stuff, but not all stuff. Weird. Like, it won't let me destroy all these things, but... Alright.
Ranger.
Looking at the architecture and thinking, why are you in World War II Britain and wondering why there's orcs? Yes, because famously, you take enough, like, drugs, like, you know, meth and all that kind of nonsense, like the SS were forcing you to do, and you turn into an orc. So, yeah. Give me a second as we... You didn't say Britain. You said Berlin. Yeah, sorry. You wrote Berlin, and for whatever reason, my brain did the wrong one. Alright, let's have a look. So... Yeah, the Unyielding ambushed me. What is his deal? Also, yeah, look at this guy. He's got an arrow in his head. Flammable. He fears Caragors. He can be damaged by ranged, execution, and stealth. But poisoning him is probably the best means. Get popped.
Laddie boy!
How's it going, Izzy?
So sure of yourself. Youth is wasted on the likes of you. But you won't live long enough to see the folly of your ways.
Slept like shit? Understandable. Sorry it had to be that way. Oh, what the fuck?
Pay attention! You missed our clever snare, and I don't want you to miss your own demise.
Oh, ass.
A worthy foe! Got my kill! I'm in your head! Never saw it coming, eh?
Ding dong.
It's older than me! Can't lose trimming! Watch this!
Nope, that won't do it. Will that do it? Yep, that will.
Hold up your weaknesses!
Oh, you. Yeah, nice try. Alright, I'm gonna need to get out of here. Let me get out of here. I was not ready for that ambush. I need to run. There we go. Thank you for that. Ding. There we go. Give me your special coin. Ow. Fuck you. Ow. Fuck you. Archers are just gonna be pain, aren't they? Alright, there you are. Fuck you. Check this out. This is the game where you have to fight all the orcs and kill specific one by one, right? Yes, it is. It utilizes the Nemesis system. Hi there, Scarlet Floss. Welcome to the stream. This is utilizing, like, the Nemesis system and all that to do the thingy-majiggy we're doing. Alright, yep, so we'll upgrade this one. We'll upgrade this one. So now we've got... So yeah, increases damage with this weapon by 15%. Increases the thingy-majiggy. Yeah, and this one increases health stolen with the thingy. So increases health stolen by 8% with this weapon. So yeah, maybe health steal is what we should put the sword into. You're stunned by the 7.2 Final Fantasy update? Oh yes, that's right. The patch has been put through, so now there's Final Fantasy 14 7.2 now. I have not yet had a chance to play it, so no spoilers, please. No spoilers, please. Oh, that's a captain.
Nice try! Let's get this man filth! Find the talk!
Alright, hang on, let me just break him. Oh, 3 times? Hell yeah. Stab you. Break you down, break you down. Dunk, bam, done.
Moog.
Arrow proof, he's enraged by mortal wounds. He's got a lot of flying nonsense and I have no intel. Is there a Final Fantasy 15? Yes, there is. There's a Final Fantasy 16 as well. Alrighty, hang on. Let's see, can I... Alright, let me just stealth kill... Never... Didn't realize he was just gonna be fucking immune to... Alright. Oh! Oh boy.
The Nazgul are here.
I wonder which one will be the true Final Fantasy. Oh, there never will be. Final Fantasy will continue on until the end of time, most likely. Dink, bam, and then...
So predictable.
Ow, fuck you. Almost there.
You really this rusty talk?
Oh boy. He's almost dead. So I gotta remember not to use the arrow-proof stuff, because... Oh boy! That's not good. Oh, fuck. Alright, hang on.
Come on!
Ow. 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 There we go! Got him! Thankfully, I do not need to deal with him again.
Such rage in battle.
And we get ourselves a cool new bow. Terrorizing enemies. It gives me less arrows, but it gives me way more damage. And a headshot has a chance to curse enemies. Yeah, okay. Yee, murder.
Is palpable.
Oh, also, I cannot see all the messages because I am not on the correct screen. There we go. This is the correct screen.
It can be twisted against them.
Alright, so I'm over in this area here. It's 8, 9, 10. I miss... Oh, because there was an artifact back there. Alright, well, I'm gonna push my way down there to get the artifacts. So then that way, you know, at the end of all of it, I'll have the chance to do the prospector stuff. Brand you, so then that way... Oh yeah, I need to terrorize people. That's right. Bam, boom, and then stab.
Barely handle a sword.
Alright, cool. Dunk, dunk. Start doing the acceleration. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
What was that?
Bam. There we go. So that terrorizes one. go, there we go. And jump over here. Pick up this thing. Oh, it's a ring.
The orcs are obsessed with rings, more so than coins or jewelry
Huh.
of equal value. They snatch them from prisoners immediately, and what happens to these rings is anyone's guess. We rarely find orcs actually wearing them.
Maybe they're looking for the Ring of Power.
A fine ring.
But it's an ordinary one. Alrighty, you are nearly expired.
But I gather it's an ordinary one.
Ha! Scarcely worth the same name as the ring we created.
Alright, next thingy-majiggy goes there. Alright.
Something just moved over there.
Yes, me, just like running along this path. Oh, I should have done it.
Taste my blade.
Bam, boom. There we go. Stab you. Oh, you're already dead. Cool.
Nothing gets away from me.
Terrorize you. Is he talking about the One Ring? Yes. No, technically not. Well, Kellen Brimbor did craft the One Ring, but at the end of Shadow of Mordor, he actually went and made another ring.
Gondor has faced the Witch King before, and he's had a vendetta against Minas Ithil ever since. This coin depicts the victor, Aena, last king of Gondor. Generations ago, Aena led an army that routed the Witch King.
So yeah. Yes, it is mine.
Imagine if you were on the other side.
Eleanor. He who fought the Witch King.
Twice. Because he did not finish the task the first time.
Oh! It's you! How the fuck are you still alive? Can you, like, stop cheating death?
Go ahead, kill me, but you'll get yours, Tark. It's just a question of whether an Uruk or a Nazgul does the deed.
I'll never die. Hopefully this guy stays dead going forward. There we go.
Sneaking about.
Dun, dun, dun.
Die, you
Stab you. There we go. Alrighty. Also, hi there, Hawaiian Pizza. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we got another artifact that we need to get there, and then once we get that artifact, then we're gonna have a vendetta with this guy over here. So. If only there was a way to... Oh yeah, there is. This button. Right here.
That axe was sealing nicely. Did you hear that?
Nope. Stealth. There we go. There we go. Alrighty, so we're going up there.
Brave Walker is in the mansion.
There we go. Give everyone the fear of God as I climb up this tower to pick up my artifact. Yes, I'm gonna be doing brutalizations. Even though there's no one to brutalize up here. Alright, what do you give me?
Each city in Gondor administers its own justice in all but the most important cases. And in my lifetime, we've always handled legal matters in Minas Ithil. When I was a girl, I recall my father being much occupied with mercantile disputes and other legal affairs. Then the orcs came, and matters of justice yielded to matters of survival.
Yeah, makes sense. Alrighty. Ooh, hello. Is hunting Karagor. Okay. Mortal... Oh, he's instantly killed by beast attacks. Yeah, you're gonna fucking die, mate. You're gonna be absolutely ruined by this.
Always seemed an odd symbol for justice.
What is justice, if not a hammer to beat down the proud nail?
You are mine!
Alright, give me information. Reveal. Terrified of burning. Cool, awesome. And head goes away! Magic! Karagor fight, let's go. Yep, so he's leading a hunt for Karagor, and he is going to get absolutely fucking reamed by them.
Keep steady. It's just ahead.
Sure, mate. Oh, ground execution kills. Okay.
Die, you beast! Have some water!
Yeah, instantly killed. You're gonna be having problems, mate. Yeah, that was like no problems whatsoever. And we get ourselves a skill point for that one, so yay! Alrighty, and that gives us the necessary skill point in order to get ourselves Shadow Strike. There we go. Alrighty. Ow, fuck you. Alright, moving on. I'll leave you to your devices. Yep, give me that. And of course he goes and...
Not the beacon! Take this!
Everyone's running away from the camp, and I'm like, fuck off, I'm running away too! Leave me be! There we go. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I need to set a new... Hi there, Melon Boy! Welcome to the stream. I'm doing A-okay. Right now, I'm just going through Shadow of War, because I went through Shadow of Mordor during the, the X-Cyclone, and I didn't lose power, but I lost internet, which is really annoying. But I at least had Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War to keep me company, and honestly, it was quite fun going through Shadow of Mordor. So I decided, after I finished Okami HD, that I was going to go and play Shadow of War on stream. There's a lot of other games that are on my to-do list that I could be playing on stream, such as, like, Metal Gear Solid or the Mafia trilogy. There's all sorts. I barely have the time for all of them, but, you know, it is what it is. How's it going on your side? You noped out? Yes, I did. Of course I was going to nope out of there. I wasn't going to stick around. I am playing at a slightly higher difficulty, and I did that just so then that way there was, like, you know, like, yes, I would love to be, like, a super powerful ranger from Gondor and such like that, but I also wanted to have, like, you know, difficult NPCs and such like that, so then that way when it came to, you know, the chances of different kinds of enemies and what have you, like the captains and what have you. Oh! He almost died. Nice try.
Keep it down. I got him now. Shush.
Ow. Fuck you. Come on. Ow. Fuck you. Alright, fine. We'll use the Elven Rage here. I should have saved it for later, but fuck it. There we go. Oh, wait. Hang on. There we are. Oh, nope. Get rid of you. Just hitting him with my hammer. Why do the orcs sound so bogan? Because when J.R.R. Tolkien made the orcs, he made them as, like, you know, sort of like this, you know, dark, twisted magic from elves and such. And when Peter Jackson made the, like, you know, did the orcs and all that kind of nonsense, what he did is he just made them, you know, bogan. So they're like New Zealanders and Australians.
There! He returned! No, me? I'm special. I'm completely pigskin! Enough!
Alright, so I'm trying to find my target, but I'm having...
Back! I'm confused.
Alright, so there's that.
And we took it back.
Norsko.
Nope, not him.
Thrak.
Nope, not him. Where the fuck is he?
That's the only reason anyone ever built a wall.
Alrighty, let's look elsewhere. There he is!
Ronk. Skark.
Alright, so he's terrified of stealth, soft-headed, can be damaged by a lot of things.
Ronk.
This guy I don't really have much information on, but we're going to need to do something. We're gonna need to at least try the stealth route. Alright, let's see.
Rally, warriors!
You've come back to me!
Yes!
I knew
Because
you
you fucking killed me!
In the gaps like that!
Like the signal.
There we go. Do not defy this.
Think of other things we could be doing right now.
How about you die? Thank you. Get that arm and the leg and stab. Revenge is mine! Were you not listening? It was Shadow of War. Oh.
One note of my horn and half the Uruks in Mordor will come to my aid.
Yeah, that's not good.
You will fall!
Oh.
Set fire to the middle!
There we go. Alright. Bam! That was a risky click, but...
Ready to beat
Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Okay, I need to get out of here. There is no way I'm gonna be able to... Alrighty, Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on. Stay alive. Stay alive. Brand you. So then that way I can do the... Or that. Okay. Search better not make me late for dinner. What the fuck is... What dinner do you need? Alright. Let's have a look. Oh, hello.
Hold your ground! There he is!
Soft-headed. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's it. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Ass. Ass. Oh my god. Oh boy. Alright. The banners are painful, let me tell you.
We should have more hunting.
Whew. I am still alive. But yeah, this is Shadow of War, by the by. Melon Boy. Did he? Yeah, he did. There we go. Alright. Time to get that Gondorian What's-Mahuzi, which then gives me a something or rather skill. And we can then move on with doing the rest of the main story, because I will be real with you, I have been waffling a little bit. I have definitely been distracted by doing side stuff. But you know what? It's fun.
You cut my face!
Hey!
Cut your throat!
How the fuck did you survive?
See the stinking talk?
Alright, and then...
A little sting for you, Tom!
Well, at least we're one-on-one, so this is not going to be a problem.
Not today! I won't fall for that a second time!
Enraged by mortal wounds? Yeah, cool.
Why'd you stop, Coach? Time that you
Come on. There we go. There we go. He was dazed, so now we're good.
No. This can't be my time to go.
Yes, it is. Stop cheating death, please. Oh, nope, that's the wrong button. Did he? Fuck. He really? He just noped out.
Means you can't see him. It's the build things up.
And pop goes the weasel. Alright, ding, dong, bam. Alright. The What's-Mahuzi looks to be all the way up there. Let's go and get it. Oh, it's... Yep. Oh, no, not that far down. There we go. Pull up. The final one!
We Gondorians called Minas Ithil home, but we cannot claim to have built it.
Huh.
That honor belongs to exiles from the fabled realm of Numenor beyond.
Ah, no, don't care. Alright. So, call fellowship. Where's the prospector thing? So that was worse than death. Ceaseless something or other. Rain of arrows. Where's this prospector skill? I don't see it anywhere, unless... Ooh, story. Draining an enemy replenishes quiver stuff. Available at level 20, available at level 13. 23, 17, unlocked with stories. Scale of irons, unlocked with stories. Press B to dominate Broken Caragor. Okay. Uh-huh. Critical strikes. Melees have a chance of causing critical strikes for additional damage. Wait, unless... Aim at a grog, press Y to poison it from afar. That one might actually be useful for... Because I'm doing a lot of stealth shit, by the by. Do you have a Discord I can join? Check out my Discord! Nope, the voice command didn't work, so Discord. Here we go. Alrighty, inventory. Ranger's dagger. Oh, wait, we can upgrade this. There we go. Upgrade battalions. Oh, okay, so that's the modify thing. Destroy it. Destroy it. There we go. That way I'm not, like, holding on to... Upgrade this. Destroy that. Destroy that. So yeah, that's why it had the... So yeah, because we can't destroy our only, like, sword, and we can't destroy our only... What's Mahuzi? Ranger's outfit. Another ranger outfit, this time in green. Ah, interesting. So that will just go up and... Alright, so... Oh, okay, so I see. Our level... So we're level 6 right now, according to this thing. Yep, we're level 6, so we've been... We've been kind of pushing above our weight, amazingly enough. Alright. So... No, we don't need to replay it. A knife in the dark. So we need to fast travel to a new region in order to continue more of the Web of Shadows stuff. Each region has 7 armies, but you can travel between them. Yep, cool. Behind enemy lines, the armies of Kirith Ungol are gathered for the final assault on Minas Ithil. Shelob has information that can help you target and eliminate the leaders of the Orc army. Return to her and dismantle from within. Disable outposts, reduce strength in the region. Disable, defeat the captain who leads it. Awesome. Press B and learn a captain's weakness. I am aware of all that. We're gonna have a bit of a difficult time, I'm gonna be real with you. Oh. Shoot it in the head with a chun to stun it. Cool. I don't know if I'm supposed to deal with that soon, so we're gonna leave it be. I will make it a harder time for them, so... Look at him. Having an absolutely terrible time. Alright, let me try and get to this tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alrighty. Purify this fella. I have no idea what he says. I am not fluent in Elvish. Or in Black Speech, if that's Black Speech. Alright, so scan our horizons. So an Illithid there. Illithid there. Or Uros, sorry. Dorian What's-a-Mahoozy. Gondorian. Oh, there's Gondorian artifacts here too. Okay. And then. Alright, cool. So that's one of 3. Okay, please don't follow me, you... Serious? No thanks. Fuck you. Oh, Jesus. No, it's not gonna be my end. Because you guys are gonna kill it shortly. Nice. There we go. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3. Need to find a worm and get some information. Apparently there will be one up here. That will be helpful. Alright. Don't want you disrupting the plan. Alright, let's collect some intel. Alrighty. Oh, okay, so it tells you which ones have outposts. So yeah, let's go with this lowest rung. Bolg, the poet. Hey! He gets instantly killed with poison. It's a good thing I went for that skill point that allows me to, like, instantly poison things from a distance.
Tremble before me!
Give me more information. Let's see. Yep, this one has another outpost. Borgu, the Panderer. Flees in terror when faced with enemies that are a much higher level, heavily damaged by stealth, and is beast fodder, has a fear of flies, and can be attacked at by range. Did it. Alright. So, we got those out of the way. Alrighty. Yep, get fucked. There was probably a better way of getting to that thing, but fuck it. Oh, a crown!
The last king of Gondor, Eonar, challenged the Witch King himself in the heart of Angmar. Armored for war, not ceremony, he left his crown behind when he rode to his fate. We hold it in trust for the day when a king of Gondor will return to wear it. Though we need a future king with enough sense not to confront the Witch King alone.
It does look like the crown from Return of the King, I will be real with you.
This crown is Zuka.
Enraged by curse. Yeah, I got like no information on him.
Ah, but your people have spurned their kings, have they not?
All I need is some sort of hidden blade in my wrist. The pink skin.
A hidden blade in his wrist, like assassins. The Palantir is out of reach for now, but perhaps Shelob's vision can guide you. Yes, let's have a look. What the? Oh, hey, it's Golem. What the fuck is he doing here? Oh boy. Tough combatants with powerful attacks. They will defeat attempts to avoid them, but you can avoid by pressing A to dodge or slide through their legs. They can be stunned to the head or by landing a properly timed counter. Follow up a stun with a series of melee strikes or hold to mount. While mounted, press X to repeatedly stab in the back and move to run him into... No, slide under his... Ow.
Hello!
Hello, YY. No idea what I'm doing. There we go. Oh, damn it. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah! Well, that's him out of the way and dead. These guys are gonna be pain. They're gonna be a real pain. How's it going there, YY? You tried to have me killed last game, I'm pretty sure.
And why would you save me?
I wasn't talking to you, stupid ranger.
He is working for the spider.
No, no. The dark mistress.
You're sick again? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you've fallen ill. Sorry to hear that.
Great master kills the Dark Lord.
And the spider pulls the strings.
We share a common enemy in Sauron. And you can't always choose your allies. Lead on.
You have been alive for a very long time, Golem.
You a Crixiopath.
That wasn't just a troll.
They are Olog High, war trolls. They're smarter, faster, and immune to sunlight. Sauron's forces are more powerful than ever.
We hate them as much as we hate nasty orcs. We keeps our distance, so we don't get squished and crushed into bits.
Like how you tried to crush my head with a rock the last time I saw you.
But we didn't. We could never hurt the Bright Lord. We make up for it now, yes?
That is yet to be seen.
Close, Bright Master. We're very close.
That main kept his... died a little bit too long. Oh yeah, he's been alive for like thousands of years at this point though. It's been an unnaturally long lifetime.
Silence, Ringmaker. You forget yourself. Stolen. He begged me to have it. And what of you, Talion?
I am here for Minas Ethel.
You seek to save it.
Yeah, that's a
Even
given.
though it may already be lost.
There must be a way. There is truth in your vision. Grant me another.
To what end? For knowledge? To dominate? Oh, you don't have to tell me. Here is your truth.
above the ranks, you got to kill. You want to get noticed, kill a pink skin. The bigger the target, the higher you rise.
Are we gonna have to run back to them?
Idril. She dies.
Many will pass before Sauron is defeated.
This knowledge can guide our hand. If we kill this assassin, perhaps this future will not come to pass. She can be saved.
She will live or die with honor, and it will not shift the tide of war. It is Castamere who must be protected. If he falls victim to this assassin, we will lose the Palantir.
Oh, you found him precious? For the Bright Lord. We go to Kirith Angol. Yes, we'll find the nasty assassin.
Huh. Okay.
The assassin must be stopped. Gollum, you know where to find him?
Yes, we recognized his curved blade.
Wait, was he able to see in the vision as well?
Yes. Stab, stab, stabbing all the war chief's bodyguards.
If we find the Uruk bodyguards he's targeting, we'll find the assassin.
The first one is near. This way. Careful. We see some Morgai fly nest.
What are those orcs doing?
You're afraid, just like the captain. Admit it.
I'm not afraid.
Then do it. Stand under the nest.
Fine, I'll show you I'm no coward. There, see? I'm not afraid, which is more than I can say for our fearless captain.
Oh no, more guy flies. Save me.
Over here. The first bodyguard should be this way.
Earlier you said you recognized the assassin's curved blade. So you can see Shelob's visions.
Yes, Bright Master.
I wonder if it's because he can see the visions because he was once like...
We're sure of it.
Disgusting good.
Yeah, I wonder if he could see them in the past because he had the ring before.
Only a Morgul blade could have caused these wounds. We're on the right track.
He's been dead for some time. We'll need to move faster if we want to catch up with the assassin.
Yes. We knows what another bodyguard is.
As the assassin kills his way up the hierarchy, he'll continue to seek bigger targets. Like Castamere.
Yes. Castamere is the only one who knows where the Palantir is. He must be kept alive at all costs.
We know the nasty orc is here, but we forget where exactly. We are close. You can find it.
Oh, hey. I need to pick you up. Ooh, a coin.
I believe this plate is of Easterling manufacture. The ceramic and the style of decoration is a sort unknown to me.
Yeah, who cares?
The Easterlings. Stranger even than the Haradrim of the South.
But just as vulnerable to entreaties from Sauron.
You're thinking about trolls. These are different. The Dark Lord changed them.
Stop! Too slow!
Wounds from a Morgul blade, just like the last one. This kill happened more recently than the other.
We are getting closer.
Gollum should know where the next target is.
Alright, get rid of you. Go.
I found another Uruk. He hasn't been dead long. We're getting closer.
Closer and closer. We will take you to where the next one is.
Are you joking? The others would...
Stupid orcs never see Gollum. We sneaks around, and we hear so many things.
You're in my sight.
Wait, orcs are coming. Hide.
He's terrified of Morgau flies. Everyone knows it. Says the Glorp who's afraid of spiderlings. Never should have told you that. Die, Bill! You're mine! Time to die! Die, you!
Nah, wrong one.
I am swing hard, you die! Get you off me now! Kill you! The chance
And stab.
Disgusting orcs. Always loud and mean. But they don't like the flies, precious. Especially the assassin. He runs whenever he sees them.
Alright, well at least we know what he's, like, vulnerable to.
We're close, but too many dirty orcs is around.
Stay here. I can find him on my own.
It appears he's left behind a false trail. He's crafty.
Ooh, actually, let's see if I can get my... I'm gonna grab this at the very least before it disappears. Gotcha. Okay.
Another victim. Yet this one still lives.
Let's find out what he knows.
Submit!
Understands enemy gives you valuable insight. Press R to view the stats. Saphir, prey on his sphere will temporarily tell enemy immunity he has. Use this knowledge against him. Press A to mark this your target. Awesome. Cool. And pop goes the weasel.
A week?
The assassin is near.
Bogabur.
Flammable, heavily damaged by poison, and is absolutely terrified of morgue flies.
Get them away from me!
Why didn't you hunt it down? It's
Amateur! Hit him again! Again!
There we go. Killed him. Done.
Let's hope his death has changed what Shelob saw from Minnesithal.
Minnesithal will go the way of all flesh. We only need the Seeing Star.
How much of your soul was lost in that ring?
Long ago.
The Dark Mistress will be pleased.
Well, hopefully he got what he wanted. Alright. We get a level up. And we exploited a assassin's weakness. We can now do death threat. Sending a death threat against a captain increases his level. This makes the fight more challenging, but it also improves the quality of the gear you can receive.
Your drooling customer should be safe for now.
But the siege of Minas Ithil continues. The Palantir is...
I like the look of that one, honestly. And then this one we are going to destroy. Unlock you. And what so increases attack. Increases XP earned. We're definitely going to go for that one. Then we're going to combine those three, so then that way we technically get another one of those. Which... then... increases chance that enemies killed by this weapon drop something or other. Increases health stolen. Let's increase health stolen with this. Huh. Okay, cool. Kill a captain while he is dazed. Oh, I missed out on that.
Risk of falling into enemy hands.
We are behind enemy lines. This is a perfect opportunity to sow chaos.
Alright, so we've got the execution. Gain might for each kill while remaining undetected. Gain might each time you are damaged in combat. Well-timed counters, replenish thingy-madiggy. Decrease the amount of time it takes to perform ground on downed enemies. Might can be double charged, enabling brutal executions, which cause nearby enemies to flee. Retaliation stuff. So yeah, so we got the death threat. Deadly Spectre. Hold down while using the attract to leave behind a wraith that will kill your target. Alright, so we got that one. Press X to target an additional during a stealth kill. Each additional target consumes focus. Ooh, yes please. Alright. That's gonna be a good one. Also, hi there, Staz. Are you feeling okay, Zeebs? Yeah, I'm feeling okay. I think I'm feeling okay. I got down to like 101.7 kilograms, although I did consume quite a bit of water because, you know, I hadn't been like, you know, I've been at work like all day and what have you. All right, let's see how this goes.
Did I just...
There we go. Is there... Okay, so they weren't close enough to do any of that nonsense, annoyingly. Alright, let's see,
I smell something.
Alright. So, the available quest we have is No Man's Land. And then we got... So that's Nemesis Control. Carrot knew it would take daring to confront Sauron, relieving a dazzling display of his mastery on the elven bow. These are memories. These are doors. And then... Complete. Kill a dazed captain. Okay. Alright, ooh, hello. Let's go to you. Or, actually, let's go to you. I want to, actually, to you first. Destroy a monument. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be effective. But yeah, we're going to go to that fast travel point first. But yeah, I've done fairly alright with, like, weight loss and such like that. I feel very close to, Oh, let's see. Do I get to do... Oh. But yeah, like, I just, you know... Yesterday, for instance, like, got down to 101.9, and... Granted, I didn't drink a lot of water, but I didn't want to, like, you know, consume a lot. Because I didn't want to, like, you know, reverse any attempts that I was making in trying to lose weight and what have you. I'm just so fucking close to 100 kilos or getting under it before April. I'm so close. I just want to get under there. That way, if I do, then I don't feel as bad if I go over to trivia one night and it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a salad. We'll see. Where are you? Oh, somewhere around here. So, Gondorian artifact there. Oh, Sheila memory over there. Cool. Alright, cool. That's everything. Nice. Online vendetta? The fuck? Gotcha. So, yeah. An enemy captain is ongoing crowd to kill a matron and her brood. I am most certainly gonna... Oh! Oh! What the hell?
It's always a thrill!
Oh, that... He looks terrible, honestly.
You feel that?
What in the world is with him? Alright, let's see how we do with him.
I've been looking for you for a long time. My skin, it grows and contorts. It swells and twists.
Looks like someone to be part of, like, the fucking Death Guard in Warhammer.
You are the remedy for my ills. The balm for my malady. What I'm saying is, I'm the diseased, and you're the cure.
Alright, slice you.
Knocked it right off! I am your doom! Big ghoul!
Oh, he doesn't like the vault jumping. Okay. There we go! Yes! Got him. He did not survive the trial. We killed him! Oh, something resolved in Minas Whatsamahoozies. There we go. That makes my job easier. Come on. Give us the Numian bow and...
Jump him from behind!
Oh, Jesus, these guys move fast. Why are they moving so fast? Jesus Christ. There we go. I just wanted to ask, I really care about my favorite furry streamer? Aw, thank you. I will, don't you worry, I will get better at, you know, the whole weight loss thingamadiggy and not having to, you know, feel like I am gonna need to dehydrate myself and such like that. That's not my intention. I'm not intentionally trying to dehydrate. I've just been very, like, just sort of pedantic over, like, what I consume and what have you. Because I really don't want to, like... Because even though, like, yeah, ideally, there isn't a huge problem in one day, like, you know, fucking up on the diet or what have you. Considering I am so close to reaching, like, the limit of the, you know, having all 3 of my meals being shakes and what have you, I don't want to...
Explore the web of fate.
Nope, that's not the right direction.
Growing power.
Where? Is it this way?
Everlasting.
Yeah, it's this way. Hang on.
It is time for me to come
No? Alright, hang on. What about this way? No. Oh, wait. Is this the dirt? My goodness, what is the rhyme or reason of this? My goodness, Shelob, you... Oh! Is this it? Is this it? There we go. My goodness. But yeah, so really close to losing my losing weight and such like that. So yesterday I was like 101.9 in the morning, and I was still 101.9 in the afternoon. Woke up this morning 101.7. Oh, Jack! Bold!
Torn into so many episodes. I'll remember that.
Yeah, you don't even see the bold because you did the scan too soon. But yeah, so woke up at like 101.7 this morning. Now I'm like 102.5 or something crazy like that, which is not ideal. Alright, let's get information about you. Fear of flies, beast fodder, soft-headed, fear of poison, can be damaged by fire and all kinds of stuff. Pop his head! There we go. Brilliant. Alright, so there's unknown captain there. Ooh, actually, no, let's go for you over there. How is the war? The war of the shadow of war? Yes, we are dealing with the shadow of war. We are dealing with the shadow of war right now. And there we go. So yeah, we're dealing with it as best as we can. So, at least I am. And we're in a new region right now, so you know I am in a I'm very much in a mood of like, we could go through more of the main quest, or I can be, you know, improving on my, like, skill points and, you know, collecting things. You know how it is. Ow! What the fuck?
With these axes,
Where the fuck did you come from?
Sculpt in gore, and you will be a savage masterpiece.
Alright. Oh, here we go. Just do as much damage as possible. Oh. God damn this bastard.
I know the steps to that dance.
Come on, stab him. Yeah. Got him. That's what you get for trying to ambush me, you son of a bitch. and I got myself some cool stuff. Alright, the Ranger outfit is level 8. That is a marketable improvement, so... Italians thingy... Okay, so we can't modify that one. This one... Yeah, that one we can only upgrade. This one will destroy. And... So this one gives us 2 extra arrows. Let's destroy this. Alright. Alright, let's have a look at the word.
Noab.
No idea what Noab means, so we're gonna leave that be.
Wait.
Intel! Give me information! Give me information on this guy. Garl the Merchant? Okay. Interesting. Bunk. A lot of orc slaves. Gonna be very helpful in like seeing who's who. Alright, so fear of pinning. Damage by range, execution, and stealth. Enrage when standing alone. He's a loyal blood brother of a random thingamadiggy, and he's fireproof. Cool. Ugh, excuse me. Alright. Alright. Now comes the fun bit, where we have to run across a map. Dink, donk, donk, bam, boom. There we go.
Start searching!
Ow, fuck you. Oh god, there's 2 of them.
Hey, got a cowering talk over here.
There we go. Nope. Detonating. Bam. Get all of you on fucking fire right now.
You can't fight all of us, talk.
There we go.
Shield talk!
Ow, I should have blocked both of you. Alright, collect that. Collect that. Nope, so that will not break for whatever reason. Oh, climb to the top and then destroy it. Oh, okay. Alright. There we go. Yeah! That did it!
Let's see how bloodthirsty these assassins are now.
They're nothing compared to elven assassins.
This guy is just Celebrimbor. Come on, man. I don't know if... Okay, actually, yeah, in Lord of the Rings, elves are, like, very fucking powerful, but that's because, like, they cheat at physics. Like, they don't see the curvature of the earth.
To an orc,
It's just flat to them. That's how bullshit their, like, physics is like, they're lighter than a lot of stuff, and they don't deal with the curvature of the earth when looking beyond a distance. So they can look physically further than any other being on Earth because, you know, the Earth is flat to their eyes. It's ridiculous. Oh, he's all the way over there. Okay. Avenge the death of Dr. Flesh. Sure. Okay. No idea how effective I'm gonna be, but we're gonna give it a try. Enter another player's world and hunt their killer. Successfully completing earns you a vendetta, gear chest, and spoils of war. Sounds good. Vulnerable to stealth, damaged by executions. Arrow proof, he's enraged by executions. Triple strikes, machine hook. Increases fire damage dealt by himself and allies. Wields a fire weapon. So yeah, probably want to stealth him and then do something with fire. Let's see how we go. We'll see. When you're hunting another player's kill during an online session, you're entering that world and must contend with its denizens. Yeah, I wasn't able to read that second loading screen. I'm sorry.
There shall be neither sound nor mercy here today.
Okay. Alright, so I need to do ledge kills.
Did you hear that? If you ask me, this grave wall is...
Go.
Did you hear that? It's not my problem, it's yours. You know this. There's
That's one. There we go. There he is.
I thought it was too quiet. And looky here, a murder scene. Time to string up a murderer.
There we go. Destroy this. Alrighty. Dunk, dunk. Oh, he's a level 7 only? Okay. Alright.
So you're the source of all this mayhem in Mordor?
Yep.
I am the alchemist, and it's my job to bottle all that fury. You will fuel the Dark Lord's army, though you may have to die first. Let's see how well you fight with your eyes gouged out.
Oh, god damn it.
I knew you'd have me! Never get me alive! I figured it out! You're a coward! When my mates get here, you're dead! You like loud noise?
Oh. Nope, that's not the thingy-majiggy I wanted to do. This is the thingy-majiggy I wanted to do. Oh, it's already.
You're not so smart! The elements sing my name! You can't stop all of his ranger! Shout if you see the car! Don't let him get the drop on you! Come back!
Come on.
I've got to light the signal! Come on, you little snake! That ranger's back! The elements sing my name!
Oh, god damn you. Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
I need reinforcements! On the wall!
There we go.
Come on!
Oh, how they love the darkness.
Soon they will drown in my light.
There we go. Oh, he's arrow-proof. Okay.
Help me spot talk! We'll taste my blade! Just like
Blood! Blood is blood.
Oh, there's...
Blood is blood.
This is gonna be tricky. Oop. Damn it, that's the wrong person. No, 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 no. Don't you fucking dare. Come on. Stay alive. Stay alive. There we go. Nope, wrong person again. There we go. Hopefully this does it.
Do it. I will heal myself. I will rise. I will flower. I will come for you.
There we go. God, that was tricky because I was in a, you know, castle and such, but felt rewarding, let me tell you. We defeated Dr. Fesh, we got ourselves a Vendetta gear chest, some spoils of war. We got ourselves some pretty decent gear. Nice. Gain might to use special abilities such as Execution and Elven Light. Cool. I know about the executions. I don't know about the Elven Light. Tall bushes hide you from orcs. Yep, that's cool. Excuse me. Nose. Legendary weapons and armor are among the most powerful items in Mordor. Legendary item properties are active immediately. Completing challenges with the item equipped allows you to increase its level, further increasing its power. Oh. Oh! Use an execution to kill an online vendetta target of at least level 20. Nice. You can view legendary, their bonuses, and their progress towards completing in the inventory menu. Oh, because there's like legendary gear bonuses. So we got vendetta-based bonuses. So performing attacks requiring might by consuming 40% of your maximum health. I don't like the look of that. If you have no health shot, you can perform by Yeah, I don't like the whole like consuming things. I don't know how I feel about vendetta stuff, but sure. Alright, let's have a look. So this is a ranger's dagger. Performing stealth kills without getting hit, which increases... It's not as powerful as that. So we go from a rare to an epic. Critical hits increase by 17. You know what? I will put that one on. And we can't upgrade the gear because it wants us to use the vendetta stuff. Kill a captain while they are dazed. I still want to go through that one. Completing online vendetta. You can also earn pieces of vendetta legendary gear by fulfilling special conditions during online. View these conditions.
Man blood! Ooh, do you hear that? The endless swarm. The flies sing into my deafened ears. Their bristling legs tickle my scalp. Their tiny jaws rend my flesh. And now, you will bask in the glory of the infestation!
Mortally flammable, sticky, doesn't get dazed in any other ways that I know of.
So slow! Swatting flies! We swore, missed! Stay on! You miss me? Good one! The flies learn faster! Share your meat for supper! You will know darkness!
Come on.
Fight harder than that! Miss! They swarm you! Feel it! You miss me?
Oh, he's arrow proof. Okay, I forgot that little tidbit.
I've got you! So slow! Here! You feel that?
Come on.
Kill me.
That was crazy that he got infected, and it looks like he stayed alive because of the infection. That was cool.
You.
Got him. Ogbur the Infested. Once again, dead. Alright, so this one wants me to perform stealth kill, so I'll do that first. And then this one is recruit an orc from the Dark Tribe that is level 20 or higher. That's gonna take a while. Alrighty. Oh yeah, we unlock skills. Let's have a look. What can we... So we've already activated a number of those. Deadly Spectre I don't think is going to help us as much. Freeze by pressing B, then with the flurry of striking... Ah, that's what I need. Elven Light is A and X, stunning and temporarily blinding nearby enemies. Alright, cool. So we need to go through the Wraith stuff next. My god, they've really... Morning, friendly! Welcome to the stream. Alright, here we go. So...
They can't See you coming. Somebody sneaking around.
Alrighty. Oh, there's something to pick up. Let's go and pick it up. I wish I didn't catch on fire so easily, but it is what it is. Alright, stealth kill 1. Stealth kill 2. Yep, cool. Completed all those.
We're just grunts. None of our business.
Trip him!
You like that?
Watch him! Coming out! Cut you down!
We're gonna be faster than that! Cut you down!
42. Got him. Almost went up to 45. Hi there, Xerix. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you're doing all right. Doing some Shadow of War, because I really love Shadow of Mordor when I was like off stream and such, and I thought, I'm gonna play a little bit of this on stream. And you know what? Fucking worth. Has set a trap, draw him out by walking into it. So that requires the Caragor rider. The Orc army is launching their attack from Cirith, join Berno, and take the fight to Mordor. Yeah, that's probably best. Also, wait, what's here? Reach the burrows. Fast travel has not been unlocked. Okay. Region boundary. I don't know what the burrows are, so it's gonna be interesting. All right.
We should return to Minas Ithil.
The battle will not be won on the front lines alone.
It's a Caragor!
Just hear something.
Oh, okay, so they're just...
You will obey!
Give me information about the area. Oh, you can reveal to me intel of the very... Pash, the Rat Lord. Terrified of burning, vulnerable, and has a fear of Caragors. Good to know.
He's just the dark is chasing me down!
And hold to interrogate him. You doing okay? Minus back-to-back scare. Sounded like one of the window sliding doors was left open, and when I checked for one of the windows, got jump scared by a bug. Oh no! I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. I'm sorry there was like, you know, a bug deciding to just be like, I'm gonna scare the shit out of you. You left a window open. Let's scare you. So sorry that they did that to you.
Look upon it with pride.
There we go.
Look upon me with pride. I hope so.
Dead. Cool, you're dead. Nice. Pick up these arrows, and No Man's Land. The Orc army is launching their attack from what's... Yeah, okay, I already read that tidbit. So... How's the game going? It goes.
Baranor.
It goes.
You can't have run out of orcs in the city.
There are a few left, but we're hunting one in particular. The last bodyguard of the war chief leading the siege.
Ooh. War chiefs are very powerful orcs who are often guarded by captains. Understanding who guards a war chief and hunting them down first makes defeating the war chief much easier. The army which captains guard a war chief. Ah, okay. So in the... Yeah. Skak the Brave. Okay. So... Heavily damaged by beasts and soft targets. Becomes temporarily dazed when his rage wears off, and he gets enraged by cowards. Okay.
I think we're after the same orc, and the way to a war chief is through his bodyguards.
You sound like you've had some experience in this.
I've had enough.
I'll follow your lead.
Heard Shelob's on the move.
While you're undetected, you can command an ours to kill a nearby bodyguard. Okay. So that's one.
Guards from Gondor.
Someone killed the assassin. He was a lad when he was in his pub. The assault on the middle city was glorious. I love seeing those pigskins run in terror.
I lost track of how many I killed that day.
What was that noise?
Maybe not very the missionaries so far.
Wait, I saw something.
Alright, first clue. There we go. Footprints!
I heard those little spiders are getting more daring. Swarm. Yeah, got it, right? I don't want those folks getting any more organized than they already are. You worm.
Just like a hawk! This is Gondorian steel! See, for the executioner, killing's an art. He wants to do it right, and he wants you to know exactly why you're about to die.
This is from Minas Ithil.
First, it'll be the blood. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we did it at the same time. Nice. Alright, let's see where this leads.
Rats again tonight. You want 'em on a spit?
Skark.
There he is.
Wait, what was that?
Is he gonna be able to just... Yep, he runs up right in front of him and does that. Nice.
Someone's sneaking about.
Go.
You're no stranger to the battlefield.
Okay, okay. What are you pinkskins doing all the way out here? You must be looking to die.
Yep, executed the Karagor. That way we don't have to deal with you.
Hey! This will Step up, Lodge! Felt that, didn't ya?
There we go. Nailed it. I wasn't gonna get him dazed because it was like, oh, a higher ranking person needs to like run away scared or something like that. And then after, you know, after he does all that, then he has to like, you know, then he gets exhausted. Then that's
I
when
almost
he gets
feel
dazed.
sorry for the war chief we're hunting. He'll be lonely without his bodyguards.
He'll join them soon enough.
There we go. Ah, almost leveled up again. Well, we did Barrow What's-Mahoozies kills. Yep, so we can do that. Without its leader, the leaders that will be disarrayed, drawn out and defeated by undertaking confrontation missions.
The war chief Baranor seeks is just one of many.
Numenor Cloak. Ranger's Cloak. Yes, please. Yeah, still need to kill a captain while they're dazed.
Continue their attacks on Minas Ithil.
Then our path is clear. We have to kill them all. And we'll need help from the Gondorians to do it.
Yep. Don't. Kill them. Alright. Let's do this side quest, shall we? So he gets dazed by... So he's vulnerable to stealth and heavily damaged by beasts, and is dazed when he's swarmed by the flies. Awesome!
See how quickly and quietly you can find yourself all alone.
Nice.
Someone light the signal! I knew you'd overextend!
It seems the corpse that walks has found me. Just in time to go
Everything
back
is
into the
supposedly sealed.
ground.
Alright, cool. So long as things are sealed.
None of that talk!
Yeah! Get fucked. Alright, there we go. Grab you. And then... grab you while I'm... Oh, can't do that just yet.
Wonder how you get stationed in the fight.
Alright, so I need to...
Never give him a chance to hit back. Get that fire!
There. Okay, so I failed. Oh. Ow. Fuck you.
Don't let go!
What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, those are the girls. I already faced them. Ow, fuck you. Alright, pop your head. Alright. Grab that. And then... Alright, so I need to stealth kill 5 people in quick succession. And if I can make 2 of them aerial kills, I get bonuses. Cool. Donk, donk. Alright, 1.
Back to work then.
2.
Nothing sneaks away from me.
3.
They say the great spiders like the Dark Lord's pact. So what's that? Nothing gets away from me. That's the right for. I got him. Down here. Got the task for me.
There's 1. 2.
The heel. To the bacon! Get in now you die! You should rob a plant on that! Light the signal fires! I'm on it! He'll come back! You have to find him! Come on out, you shrub! Come on out! Fight!
4.
Light the beacon! He's come back!
There we go. That took a bit. Thanks. Good on the Hook department. I'm informing people and stuff from all over town.
I'm going to with
Ace's stated
you.
policy. Wait, hang on. Now, okay, so I missed what Friendly Pylon was writing. The other day I went to see it, but they caught wind of me being unhoused, and they had 4 people confront me, including the manager, that they had a building-wide policy of no homeless people, as they said they had problems with homeless people. I know that the homeless people that go there have had to hide their homelessness status, so this is freely available resources declined to anyone based on grounds of lacking a home. Oof. Thanks. It's alright. Just let me know if you ever need one. Thanks. Yeah, that sucks, honestly. I'm sorry that you're having the homeless problem. I do not know how best we can help you with that. Because, yeah, housing is a bit of a difficult thing to get sorted. Okay.
Stay alert, just in case. The wind. Not this time.
Give me information. Because Lord knows I need it. And then break your mind. There we go.
I thirst for blood. Gotta find something soon.
Okay, so we can't deal with... Alright. Dink. Go.
The sons of Orthanc have requested your presence for a feast in your honor. It is my job, as their newest member.
You're getting help in town right now. Your mission is making the center pay for its actions. Oh boy. That sounds like a quest. Good luck with your quest.
Now that's good, ain't it? No, this won't do!
There we go. He's dead. He was swarmed. We leveled up from that. We did the aerial stealth, which weakens that outpost.
That's one less thing to worry about.
Yes, it will be easier to traverse this area now.
There we go. Alrighty. We pick up this thing, and we see what armor it gives us. Morian armor looks pretty good. And then...
What was that noise? Come face me, Mark.
Don't destroy that monument. And we give ourselves another level up, which we could probably... Let's see. I want to put a little more in my wraith, so then that way we get access to this ice storm thing, where we freeze an enemy and then we can do flurry attacks, which gives us a lot more. Automatically collect loot from defeated enemies. Oh, that's going to be so fucking useful. Alright, there we go. So Elven Light is the next thing we got.
Die with that sword! I'll kill you! Amongst us. Die, pagan!
Alright. I didn't die. You know, a lot of close calls, let me be real with you. But I didn't die this time.
Teach something a lesson.
Quick drain, and then a quick stealth kill. Alrighty, so Talion is now level 9. We've got options from here and there. A rain of arrows. Return to and learn more of the threats to Minas Tirith. Is there any other... Ah, yeah, that thing. Need the Karagor Rider. That's to do the trap. That's to check the thing. That's the thingamadoogie. Don't really have... Alright, let's go for another... Let's go for another, like, main quest sort of mission.
We must tread carefully, Talion.
So, would rather make a little more... fuck spiders.
Can't have gone far. Find it.
Go. Alright, there we go. Alright, we'll pick up the Gondorian thing and then detour our way to the next main quest. Because I'll be real with you, I can probably do this side quest stuff, I can do off stream, frankly.
The elves esteem delicate finery in all their arts, and the crystals in this artifact glow softly, even...
Nice.
Finest crystal found in roughest Mordor. Fascinating.
Surprised the orcs didn't smash it just to hear the sound.
Ah, okay, so there's the secret entrance. Alright. Tell me more, sexy spider lady.
You put too much faith in the spider.
Ugh, I hate how there's a giant spider behind us.
Only shows you what she wants.
Then tell me what you wish to see.
Minas Ithil still standing.
All was so selfless. Nothing more. We saw some troubling things last time, didn't we?
I want to know my fate with the Nazgul.
Be careful what you ask for, Ranger. With prophecy comes torment.
We take the city at dawn!
Ooh.
Submit to your destiny.
Celebrimbor just unfazed.
Talion. Shelob's vision is not cast in stone.
No vision is. It's either one of two traps. It is either, you know, you avoiding the fate and so it happens, or
Power of domination.
You know, because of you seeing the fate, it means it can't
enslave
happen.
the minds of men.
What can be done?
Sacrifices must be made, and many will be lost. But we must hold to our purpose, no matter what the cost.
Ah. Ba, 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 ba. Also, Mal, stop doing a jump.
Lives can be saved. If the war chief from my vision is the same one Baranor and his men are hunting, they will need help.
One war chief makes little difference.
Right now, this one war chief is the most immediate threat to Minas Ithil. I will not stand by while Baranor and his men risk their lives to take him down. Baranor, I'm here to help. This war chief you're after, he's not one to be taken lightly.
We've brought down war chiefs before, Ranger. But I won't turn down an extra sword.
Yeah,
We shall
especially
take
with
him
my
down
sword.
together.
It's very powerful.
I'll take out his archers first. Your men move in after I've cleared the path.
Spoil
Riders are everywhere. Need the lads to keep an eye out. I wish I was with the siege beast crews.
Setting them up is too dangerous. Too much can go wrong. Lose a hand, get crushed by a boulder.
We usually work alone. I hope the aim of these Gondorian archers is true. Otherwise, we'll be dodging friendly arrows.
They're experienced soldiers. They'll do their part.
An elven archer would be worth 3 Gondorian archers.
Yeah, but there's no elven archers here, are there?
Only 3.
Go.
Never underestimate men fighting to protect their home.
This is not their home.
This is just what we need to break the siege. One concentrated attack on their weakest point, made by our best fighters.
The war chief has put together a good plan. Nothing can stop us.
That's the last of the archers.
Now let's get to a vantage point.
I heard something over here.
Alright, should be easy enough. Hi there, Izzy. You got some dinner in you? You don't feel like falling over for now? Excellent!
Baron-O's men.
What was for dinner? I went and had banana-flavored shake on my side. So. Ooh, okay.
Ah, the
There he
lovely
is.
smell of manfall. Nothing is sweeter. Together, we will crush their defenses and grind them to dust. Together, as captains and war chief united, we will have victory. Together, we take the city at dawn. Set them ablaze for Gondor!
Now is the time to strike.
I'll drink your blood, man filth! You must be the fool who killed my bodyguards. You only delay the inevitable.
Fried rice with a side of chicken and soy sauce broth?
Flow into my belly today.
That honestly sounds delicious.
Yours first. This is boring. Let's get him.
I'll break your concentration!
Alright, one commander down.
You not weaken him! Your head is mine!
Go. Terror Beastmaster got mauled. Nice.
Die, you miserable demon! Let's do this.
Can you, like, please?
Murder is fun!
Ah! He got stealth killed by a random Gondorian. Nice.
I'd say we're even. A good hunt. Less so for the war chief.
And his archers. We should go hunting again.
It would be my pleasure.
It's only appropriate.
So, Talia.
Yeah, fair.
Did we make a difference?
Yes, we did, Celebrimbor. Don't be such a downer. You ring wraith.
We must return to Shelob.
The only reason to go back is for my ring.
Enough! This is about more than your ring. Or you! Her sight may be what saves us all.
It isn't. Sight is only half the battle, okay? Or not even. Sight can only take you so far. There needs to be action and preparation. Sight doesn't do that. Sight informs, and that's about it. Stealth kill the archers, yes please. We get ourselves
Be wary,
another...
Talion. You trust her too easily.
I cannot ignore what she has shown me.
Alright, pick up this. That orc is just not having a good time. Big Dick McGee's getting his ass got by a 6x piece Nugget McNobody. Oh, you're talking about like the one in the panic, yeah. He ain't do too well. Alright, yeah, this is the one I want. That way it freezes. That way we can do like B and then we can do like flurry attacks, which is gonna be very useful. Pop you that head. Yeah. They're absolutely certain something moved. Never mind the fact that I just just popped the head off someone. Alright, let's go for that Shelob memory there. And then... There. Alright. Okay, so they're up there.
Where's his throne? I think that's why he wants me to see this. I bet they got a right proper throne in there.
Come on. There we go.
It's the talk! Cover my retreat!
Interrogate.
On your knees!
Woo, close one. Alrighty, let's see. Who else is there? Oh, there's a lot in this confined area.
Fight me, talk!
Alrighty, let me go get Shelob's memory. There it is. Alright.
I chose the form of a spider because I wanted to walk the web of fate.
Oh, you're talking about the war chief got by the, you know, 6-piece Ace McNugget McNobody. That's what you're saying.
He chose a shell of cold, dark steel. He became a machine. A hollow man.
Oh, is this it? Hang on. Some of these frames are just confusing as fuck.
From the beginning, Sauron was a creature built for war.
Then it falls upon us to undo him.
Trader's Gate. Yep, let's deal with that.
Shelob can reveal Sauron's weakness. We need her.
But at what cost?
I killed the wrong guy.
Beware the Iceland! Get out of the way!
There we go. And... oh wait, did I get the, killing a thingamadiggy? Nah, kill a captain while he is dazed was not a thing. That did not get accomplished. And that one wants critical hits. This one can get upgraded. That one will get destroyed. I didn't know I could re-roll them, but I feel like they're wasteful. Recruit an orc. Yeah, I can't do that one anytime soon. Ooh, Warhammer. So, a headshot an enemy who is on fire. Curious what that will do, honestly. Alright. Forge you. %20 increase. Ooh, that would actually be pretty decent. Wait, hang on. How many of the... okay, so I got that one. So that one I can combine, giving us a 10% increased chance that thingamadiggies. So that doesn't increase what's-who's, and then this one here will do... this one will do... so we'll have like 3 different weapons that can do lifesteal. That one increases damage, increases the chance of... we're gonna go with increased damage on the ranged. And then this one will be the lifesteal one. I like the look of the Gondorian armor, honestly. There we go. There we go. Alright, and then... our cape increases our stealth. Ranger coat, we can... alright. Let's have... alrighty. Next quest. Trader's Gate. Onwards.
I have come to see more.
I know.
If you can see Sauron's fate, tell us his weakness, so we may defeat him.
Your vision is limited. I would love nothing more than to see his torment. To see him beg before me. But my gaze is fixed upon the fate of Middle-earth.
Return what you have stolen from me, and I will bring Sauron to you in chains.
Why would I do that, Ringmaker?
You just made the peg stance? Yeah, they dance. They can do like a little bouncing.
Is this what you seek? Vagaries and riddles? She is not our ally.
Certainly not yours. Come, Talion. See through my eyes, see through my eyes.
That defeat comes from within.
Minas Ethelhouse is a traitor. But who?
Do you doubt her?
Her visions have come to pass. You and I have both seen it.
Then Minas Ethel is fighting a war on two sides.
Wait, Bright Master! We knows how you can find the traitor.
Oh, do you now?
A war chief speaks to him through a messenger. We can choose you the messenger.
Do you mind going a little...
Do you see? The Dark Mistress offers her little ones a nest filled with her children. Wake them and seize what they do.
What's his hurry? Who knows? Who cares? Good for him. Did you hit the spider?
Huh.
Run, little maggot! Run! I reckon that one's in trouble.
Be very, very quiet. We're stealthing. I'm probably about to go kill a messenger.
There! That's the messenger. Follow him, and he will lead you to his master.
We'll take it from here. Stay out of sight, Gollum.
One day, I'll be a war chief. You? A war chief? The Dark Lord himself. Don't laugh at me. You'll regret it when I command captains of my own. Oh, no. Oh, forgive me, war chief. Please spare
Out of the way!
Lorm.
I'm on important business. Go to see the Manbreaker. Just met with a traitor, so I have valuable information for him.
I wasn't in your way. And if you got such important business, why are you bothering to stop and brag about it to me? Get moving, you maggot!
Never met a man I couldn't disembowel. What's all this fuss about packs of spiders?
Oi! Make way! Make way! I have important news for the war chief. Just met with a pink-skinned traitor.
Mog.
A message for the boss.
You better shut your mouth and get moving. Manbreaker will skin you if you keep prattling on like that.
Yeah, I got bit by one of those little buggers once.
I don't believe it. One of those nasty little spiders bit you and you're still alive.
Okay, so he's all the way over there, which is going to be a bit of a problem.
Manbreaker! I have news from the traitor in Minas Ithil.
Uh-oh. Not good. Also, hang on. I need to do something real quick. Sorry. Hopefully this doesn't break the thingy. Nah, it doesn't look like it did. Oh my god, I almost thought he was gonna live with half his body off.
Never speak of the traitor openly. Let this miserable dead
Hello there,
sample to the
Macaron B. Welcome to the stream.
maggot to even whisper the word traitor around me will get worse.
Bugger.
Beast fodder, fear of executions.
So it's a deal. Whichever one of us makes more.
Start looking.
These spiders bite.
Don't let those spiders get you.
I don't care what I find. I'm gonna cut it up good. Keep searching. I don't think anything was ever there.
Ah, well.
Not exactly got a good way of...
I see the ranger.
Okay, this is gonna be a problem.
You're here because of the little turncoat I have in Minas Ithil. Well, you won't learn anything from me.
Let us try.
Gonna enjoy this. Felt that, didn't you? Unstoppable! Now he's bleeding a bit. Running away with his tail.
Here we go.
Look at that!
Ah, goddamn you. I didn't have... You thought my game crashed for a minute? It almost did.
Do not underestimate their usefulness.
Drain Uruks to gain health. That's what I tried. Alright, hopefully it doesn't have me, like, needing to do all that again.
It seems we have some hunt.
Blood on the... You will fall.
Not so fancy now, eh?
Take your lumps like
Oh, god damn you. Well, I am going to need to get him out of there. Alright, here we go.
Something just moved!
Hold still!
Go.
I suppose you're here because...
No, I already heard all this. I already heard all this. Okay, the heat has passed. Excellent. You're no longer getting sous vide in front of the... wherever you are. Come on, and there.
Your disruptions have not gone unnoticed, Ranger. You test
Who is controlling you?
soon. I will test you.
Oh boy. I wasn't responsible for that one. That was someone else then. I know I love popping heads off orcs, but that was someone else.
Taunts us.
We must get my ring back.
Oh, your ring.
But first we have to deal with the traitor within Minas Ithil.
Tell him, cruel avenger, that bloodthirsty killer. Cuts through the orcs, cuts off ugly heads, he plays with their brains, makes mince of their faces.
Yeah, he's a bit weird.
He has his uses.
What uses? Oh, hey, we can pick something up. Recruit an orc from the Dark Tribe that is level 20 or higher. Okay, well I don't have one of those. So it's gonna... Although, it is better to go with this one. And then... I will be transformed, not ended. Increases poison damage to enemies by 18%. Quick throw applies curse every 41 seconds. Sure. Gain 1 might when enemies take damage from your poison. Nice.
With my ring, I could have stopped that from happening. We must get it back.
Very, 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 very much wants his ring. Automatically collect loot. So yeah, that's 2 away. I'm gonna start doing these, because I feel like these are gonna be useful going forward. Plus, I'm pretty sure there's a mission that requires
And
them.
we will. But first we must deal with the traitor within Minas Ithil.
Why does he sound like Stitch? Because they're trying to make Golem, you know, not the worst at this in this game, but he technically is.
Ashgarn.
Enraged by spiders. Cool. I have no idea how he gets in there, though.
Dugong.
Enraged by the undead. Shooting them in the head as they attack to force them to the ground.
Fish leather! Ooh, shiny. I can smell the sun!
Yeah, you. Easy kill. Pick up. Go. That way we're not, you know, being stuck with we're not being, you know, oh my god, get off the there we go. Collect that. And let's go pick up the, what's-in-the-whoosies. There.
I smell something.
That was cheap? Oh, like, just having a Drake, like, deal most of the damage?
Before the orc.
Yeah, that'd probably do it.
A scout found it, still smoldering out.
Okay, so it looks like the artifacts we find give us XP increases,
Minasithil
which
was
is
doomed
nice.
long before this moonstone fell to earth.
He's frozen! The time to do that! Yeah, more of that! Kill you! Resist!
That to get some health. Excellent. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's not be in danger for the next minute.
Stay put!
Hopefully we're no longer in an immediate danger at the very least. So let's have a look. Quests. Okay, so we need to fast travel to there. Excuse me. Alright. I think I am going to need to call the stream here. It is past 9:30. There's a lot of side quests I can be doing in this game, don't get me wrong. But I also need to get, like, you know, I need to get done with, you know, actually having sleep and such for work the next day. I am sorry to say. You do not get to have me for, like, a full evening kind of nonsense. I'm sorry. But if you guys are still, guys, gals, non-binary pals, if you are sticking around for a little bit longer, we can have a look and see who is online and who we can go and raid. Let us see. So the first person that's thrown into the top of my list of, hey, recommended person to raid is Young Yif. It looks like they're doing some Mario. Looks like they're doing some Super Mario World. So we're going to go and raid into them. And if you're wondering, like, what emote, like, what the message is going to be, it's going to be the full-on himbo raid. Show us your cutest guys, gals, als, and non-binary pals, or prepare to get swole. I've never raided them to them before, so hopefully this raid message will be, you know, a fairly good one for them to to read and what have you. And yeah, that is going to be it for me tonight. I will be back online Saturday. I probably should have mentioned this way more often than I haven't in the past, but I have this Saturday a party game stream that everyone is invited to, where it is prop hunt in Fortnite. I will be able to explain how like multiple people will be able to get onto the map, because, you know, I know normally people are like, oh, you group up in fours, and it's like, no, there's a way to like do like a custom code or something like that. So then that way multiple people can, like, you know, multiple teams can go into the one map and it's all the one session. I'll do a double check on how that works, and I'll get back to, you know, presenting how to do that during this stream. Saturday morning for me, Friday evening for some other peeps. But yeah, that is going to be it. Thank you everyone who came along to tonight's stream. I greatly appreciate it. I hope to see you either on Saturday or otherwise. I hope you all have a good afternoon, morning, evening, night, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now. Bye.